What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Therapist Logan Reacts. Today we got a new one for you. We're doing an artist we've done in the past. We haven't touched on their music in a bit. I do want to thank all my supporters and the individuals who've commented and helped me recognize that my latest video was kind of skippy, laggy, whatever it may be. I'm having some technical difficulties on my part, so I really do appreciate your patience as I try to figure that out. My main computer updated, and it kind of threw all my system out of whack. I'm seeing on a lot of forums too, this is happening for a lot of individuals. I was not prepared. I did have automatic updates on, and there was a new big update, and Apple kind of threw my OBS and my recording stuff for a loop. So all my settings are out of whack. Clearly you saw what the update was, so I appreciate your patience in that. So before I continue on the Ren cycle, I'm going to explore some other artists, a little bit quicker songs that are a little bit easier on my laptop. Just again, so I can continue to get videos out for you guys. And again, just having not the greatest luck too. My headphones, the plug broke, ripped out, so I can't even use those. So I'm back to some wired headphones. So let's jump right into it. Thank you guys again for everything, and let's continue on. Today we are doing the song "Pressure" by HonestAv, or Honest Avery, Honest Ave. We haven't done him in a while, but we have done some of his songs in the past, and he's a really good artist. He talks about a lot of some deep stuff, and I think this is a relatively new. Oh no, just kidding. This song is about a year old, so didn't really come across this. But yeah, I'm going to pull up the lyrics on my phone so that way I'm able to follow along and kind of make sure I'm able to break down properly. So yeah, let's jump into it and give a therapist breakdown.
What if I don't want the shit they sold me? Is it bad to say I miss the old me? I feel like I'm sinking slowly. I'm so fucking tired of coping. All this pressure I might break. So much pressure I might break. You can't see the weight I'm holding. Don't know how much more I could take on. What if I don't want the shit they sold me? Is it bad to say I miss the old me? I feel like I'm sinking slowly. I'm so fucking tired of coping. All this pressure I might break, so much pressure I might break,
All right, so we kind of got maybe the chorus aspect. What if I don't want the shit that they sold me? I'm assuming this kind of is referring to substances, drugs of some sort. Is it bad to say I miss the old me? This would be a huge statement. As a therapist, I would definitely jump on this one. This one, I think, holds a lot of meaning, more than us, the people who are listening to the song, really get to understand. He can kind of elaborate and understand, but I really think this line would be a lot deeper for this individual, and this would be a really, really good topic to kind of anchor on. That's a therapeutic term, refers to kind of just focus on and make sure you spend enough time exploring. If you think of like an anchor on a boat, it kind of stops the boat in a specific area. It's able to kind of stay grounded in that capacity, and anchoring around certain subjects allow individuals to really kind of explore in depth. This is like a typical saying that would be said, and some individuals might try to move on, but this would be a really, really good one to stop, like, hold on, let's go back to that. You just said a really big statement. Let's explore that. What do you mean by that? Can you tell me more about that? This would be a really, really good one, I think, because I would want to, because it has to do with identity, their old identity versus who they are now. They would really help reflect on certain things regarding like their negative core beliefs of who they are becoming, maybe their positive and negatives, what they're able to kind of come up with themselves. So that would be able to be really, really, really good processing and focusing and reflecting on current situation versus past, and that would be a really, really good part to anchor around. I feel like I'm sinking slowly. I'm so tired of coping. Yeah, coping can get really tiresome, Like, it's a lot. It's because coping doesn't fix the problem. If coping only mitigates the anxiety or stress that you have within yourself. It allows you to return to baseline, but it doesn't ultimately stop the trigger from happening when the trigger occurs. Coping, there's coping, and then there's healing, right? you can't do healing on yourself. That's very it's just unless you're healing typically occurs in the therapist's office or in other experiences or with others. Coping is something that you're able to do by yourself in order to maintain and mitigate maybe some of those external stimuli in a way that helps you regulate your emotions, physical, body, whatever it may be, and ground in a way that allows you to kind of, again, be no longer in a fight or flight sense. So yeah, coping can be really tiresome, because again, it's just ultimately like if it can feel like a very cyclical pattern where it's like I'm coping, I'm back okay again. Oh, something triggers me, I have to cope again, and it kind of goes there. But again, there's no really healing in that. It's just kind of like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole, essentially. Like it's like you're stopping help the problem and you're stopping the bleeding, but we still got to get in there and take the bullet out before it gets infected. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like it's a very grotesque metaphor. I apologize, but that's kind of the first thing that came to my mind. Let's continue on.
You can't see the weight I'm holding. Don't know how much more I can take on. I told my family I won't be sad when I'm rich. Hang on. Why the fuck this money ain't been fixing shit, though? I got a bag and everybody need they fix, huh? Now that I got it, I'll be wrong if I don't give it, huh? Maybe I like the abuse, cause it remind me of my parents when I'm fighting with you. I don't really think they hearing what I write in the booth. Sometimes I wanna be like Chase and give my life to this noose. But fuck, I'm still fighting through. I made a song about getting sober, I'm still high as the roof. And right now I'm way too fucked up to be out driving this coupe. Yo, this shit way deeper than music, I've been writing my truth. What if I don't want the shit they sold me?
All right, so we got into the main part of it. Wow. So big statements in this one. This would be, I don't even know if this would be enough, like an hour would be long enough to kind of process most of this. Don't know how much I can take on. Tell my family I won't be sad when I'm rich. Hang on. Why the money ain't fixing shit though. I got a bag everybody need they fix. I hope that I got it. I'll be wrong if I don't give it. So here it almost seems like there's like this people pleasing aspect that's going on. That there's this like I want to protect other people, and again it's coming from a place of like love and wanting to protect the individuals around you, make sure they're happy. It very much seems like this individual, and I know this individual again struggles with mental health, and a very common pattern with depression can be living for other people when you don't want to really live for yourself, and it's very, very common. And it almost seems like kind of just becoming successful, doing all these things to make sure that they can bring those up around them, And then because he goes on to say, maybe I like the abuse because it reminded me of my parents when I'm fighting with you. There's that nostalgia. There's that idea of returning back to a traumatic experience or what you grew up with, right? A lot of individuals aren't able to really see it that way. About like self-sabotaging, do certain things that kind of return you back to the chaos that is your baseline. So when people hear baseline, they think, oh, normal. Normal means no chaos, means I'm good, nothing's going good or bad. It's just but that's not what baseline is. Baseline is your average or what your experience is. If you spent your entire childhood in a fight or flight instance or in this very argumentative and chaotic environment, that's your baseline. Your baseline of chaos is way up here. So if you're up here for most of your entire life, as soon as you start getting here and things start getting better, this feels uncomfortable. You're no longer at baseline, so you do things in order to, again, maintain that baseline that you're comfortable with. Even though it's chaotic, even though it's problematic, even though it's detrimental to your mental health, physical health, emotional health, and psychological health, that is a very, very common occurrence when it comes to self-sabotaging behaviors. And it sounds like that's kind of what he is, because he's recognizing he likes the abuse, he likes the things because it reminds him of a past time that he wants to kind of go back to. He said, and then he goes on to say, what I write in the booth, and said I want to be like Chase and give my life to the noose. Again, taking his life, talking about suicidality. I'm still fighting through, made a song about getting sober. I'm still high as the roofs. So good reflection on what's going on in his mental. And a lot of individuals a lot of therapists, especially young therapists, would really freak out at that statement of, I want to give my life to the noose. There's a lot of red flags and there's a lot of steps you can take. You don't necessarily have to go right to the sending them to the hospital or looking at like a 302 potentially. This would really look at like that could do more damage to the therapeutic relationship than actually like exploring like what that would mean for them, what that would look like what that does. Because again, like they are able to share something so pivotally strong and so emotionally driven about their perspective on life and what's going on in their brain, just to kind of dismiss it and be like, oh, you need help, you need to be like, you need to go, like, I'm sure that might help, sure, that's a resource, but doesn't immediately have to be the thing that's driving it, but yeah, I mean, a lot of deep stuff in this one. And then it seems like we just kind of go back to the chorus. So let's finish up and go from there.
Is it bad to say I miss the old me? I feel like I'm sinking slowly. I'm so fucking tired of coping. All this pressure I might break, so much pressure I might break, You can't see the weight I'm holding. Don't know how much more I can take on.
That wraps up Pressure by HonestAv. Great song. I like it. It was I like it. It talks about a lot of some deep topics. Clearly, he's dealing with a lot of aspects of his mental health. I really hope he is able to. It seems like music is a great outlet for him, and it's a great resource for him to kind of express himself. And again, I really like that he's talking about the tiresome of coping. I really get to talk about that a lot, even though that's a very common thing that I'm starting to notice more often. That. The difference between healing and coping and what that looks like and how it can feel cyclical in like a pattern sense. So great song, great artist. Haven't reacted to him in a bit, so shout out to the individual who commented that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you're seeing this, I hope I did see your comments and I hope you enjoyed. Hope you all enjoyed. But thank you again. I just want to reiterate one more time. I really want to thank you guys for all your patience with me as I set my system back up. I hope this video comes out decent. I really do. And then hopefully we can kind of move forward with my laptop as long as this goes smoothly until I fix my main computer and go from there. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like on this video. It helps support the channel. Make sure you drop a comment too. What did you think about the music? What did you think about the lyrics? Did it make you think of anything? Did it bring up anything for you? Or did I miss something? Drop a comment down below. Let me know. And make sure you subscribe too. It just helps the channel grow. We are on our way to 300. Sorry, I have something in my eye. And it's just awesome, the community. We're growing and just how supportive everyone is of each other and sharing information and just talking about a lot of good therapeutic components. I think this is really important to push currently because a lot of people are struggling with mental health, and I think the more information we're able to get out, the more beneficial. So thank you guys again so much for watching, all your support. Make sure you're subscribed so you can catch the next video, and I'll see you then.